Financial freedom is not about having money or having a job, but it is more about confidence to make your own decisions and take your own choices. Hi, my name is Priyanka and thank you so much for clicking on this video. I welcome you to the space of healing, transformation and becoming your best self. So today I want to talk about money, something that we often shy away from. We don't like to discuss it openly, especially in our own Indian society. We have been taught not to talk about money because something which is very, very personal. And to some extent, yes, it is right. If you don't want to share your income publicly or talk about it, that is totally fine. But I think it is important that we discuss it at least subjectively so that everybody can understand it. This is going to be a basic video to manage your money, to start from the basics. So I'm going to give you 10 tips which actually works because they worked for me. Whether you are a student, a professional, a freelancer like me, or a homemaker, managing your money is something that you must learn, because if you know your finances and they are in your control, you know how to make decisions for yourself and how to take care of yourself. Let's hop into the first tip. The first step is very simple, is to know where your money is exactly going. You need to actually track your spending for an entire month, and at the end of the month you get to know how much money you're spending on your needs. Needs means your basic necessities like your rent, groceries, bills, etc. And wants means makeup product that you already have in your drawer but you bought it because some other brand was offering something. You need to be very, very transparent while making this list so that you get the actual number. So by the end of the month you will know how much money you are spending on your wants and your needs. So needs is something that you cannot control, or you should not, because you need to eat, you need to live, you need to pay all those things. But the thing that you can tweak is your wants. Before buying anything, if you're buying online, just keep it in your cart for at least a day or two. Even after 24 hours, if you feel like you need to buy that item, just buy it. But don't buy instantly, because mostly when we buy instantly, it is just out of desperation and not out of requirement. So this is one additional tip. You need to focus on your wants, like where are you overspending your money. And then the third part is your savings. So the basic rule of saving is 50, 30 and 20. So which means 50% of your income should go into your needs, 30% should go into your wants, and 20% should go into saving. So it depends upon your situation. If you need to lower your wants, you can switch it up and you can save 30% of your income and spend 20% on your wants. Depending on your situation, you can follow whatever percentage you want to save. This is the first simplest thing to start with. Second tip is to pay yourself first. So this comes under the savings. So saving should be a non-negotiable expense. As soon as money hits your account, there should be a certain amount that goes into your savings. So there are 3 ways that you can start saving your money. The first and the simplest is to open an RD, which is the recurrent deposit in any bank. So there is this particular amount of money which get deducted every month. I would recommend start with 1 year as a beginner. So by the end of a year, you would have saved a particular amount of money. The second way that you can do is to open an FD, which is a fixed deposit. It is a one-time saving of money for a certain period of time, and by the end of that period, you get an interest on that. You don't have to pay on monthly basis, just pay it once, and then given time you will get the money back with some interest. And same goes with the RD. RD will also give you a certain amount of interest. In these two, the interest rates are not very high, but it is at least good to start with, okay, to create a habit. Third is to start SIP, which is to open a mutual fund. This is very commonly talked thing these days because there are so many apps like Zerodha, Paytm Money. SIP is something which is a long-term investment because they don't give you returns immediately, so you have to wait for a long duration. As a beginner, I would recommend you to start with RDs, FDs, and after 1-2 years, you can start investing with SIP also. Third is to have an emergency fund. So aim to save 3 to 6 months of your basic expenses, so that if anything happens in your work or you are not able to work for whatever reasons, you should be able to cover your expenses at least for 3 months, so you get the time to find a new job, find a new work, new gig. You can start small and make sure that you do not spend this money no matter what. So open a different account, different saving account for that. Start small. You don't have to create an emergency fund within a month or two. It might take you 6 months or 7 months or even a year to create a emergency fund, but do it, because you never know what's going to happen. So at least you should have certain amount of money in your account, so that you can take care of yourself. Fourth is to learn to say no to unnecessary spendings. So like family or social expectations, to go to events that you don't want to, and to spend on things that you don't want to because everybody is having it or everybody is buying it. Plan in prior for weddings, for gifts, for festivals, so that you know when the time comes you have already prepared. It does not become an on-spot burden for you. And it is okay to prior your financial future over short-term appearances. Fifth is to start early and consistently. See, saving money and building wealth is not going to happen overnight, so you have to be patient with it. You have to save consistently and as early as possible, starting today, because if you're standing on zero right now, even starting an RD for 500 to 1000 rupees will make a huge difference. I know it sounds crazy because 500 रुपए में कुछ नहीं आता, but it becomes a habit. When you start saving, that amount start to build up in your account. It will give you that confidence to save more. Sixth is to keep a separate amount for your personal goals. So if you want to travel, if you want to buy something which is little expensive, or you want to do a particular course or anything, maintain a separate account for that. So consistently make an effort to put little amount in that account, so that you can fulfill your personal goals without putting any pressure on your main saving account. But it always comes after your first saving account. Okay, so go step by step, do not overwhelm yourself. Seventh tip is that financial literacy is a power. If you have clicked on this video and if you are still here watching till 7th tip, I think you are serious to make changes in your finances. Just like that, keep watching such videos, keep listening to financial podcasts. There is this YouTube channel called The Financial Diet, and it is actually very good when it comes to your finances. There is this Indian creator also, CA Rachna. You can read a lot of books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Let's Talk About Money by Monica Hallan. You can also take basic courses on budgeting, taxes and all of that if you want to, but start somewhere. Keep learning, keep asking people. If you know somebody who is good with their finances, just ask them basic questions. So keep learning about it. Eighth is to explore new income opportunities. So now that we have talked about saving, you can save as much as you are earning, right? You cannot save beyond that. So you need to also look for different places from where you can earn more money, like freelancing, gigs, writing, designing. You can sell handmade items also. So there are many people on Instagram these days who are creating such beautiful things and selling them online, because this is the great time to start something, start a business and to sell it, because you don't have to really go out there and market yourself, to spend a lot of money on marketing. You can just go online and just be there and show your product and just sell it. If you are really good at certain subject, you can teach people, create courses and sell those courses online. So find whatever works for you and start earning extra money if you have the time and if you can. Ninth is to plan for your retirement. So this is something which I am also starting to think about. Most of us think about short-term things, a year, 2 year, 5 year maximum. When we are young, we don't think about getting older. At this point, if you ask me, I cannot think about getting 60-year-old and maybe not being able to work or not wanting to work. So planning for your retirement is something which is very smart. I think for this purpose, mutual funds works better because as you all know that mutual funds, SIPs have better returns than FDs and RDs. And as we have time, so we can plan long term and create SIP for longer duration. Retirement planning is not just for people who are in their late 40s or 50s. The earlier you start, the better it is. Start planning for your retirement as well while you're planning your immediate future. The last tip is to teach your children how to manage money, because this is something which should be taught in schools. Start teaching your children from a very early on age how to manage money. Start giving them certain amount every month, few rupees that they have to manage themselves, and by the end of the month you can ask how much money they saved and what did they buy from that money. I think these small habits build up over time, and when they become an adult, it will definitely help them to build their wealth. These were the 10 tips for saving money to start from the basics. And remember, when you're growing your bank accounts, when you're saving your money, you're not just saving money, you are creating a security, freedom for your future and for your family as well. I hope you like this video. Don't forget to hit that like button, and I will see you next time in my next video. Take care. Bye bye.